Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's Rich. Alright, I'm back with issue 100. Oh man, that was such a bummer this morning. I had shot issues 9, 10, and 11 and done the 100th issue. And then I realized my OBS was set for my other monitor because I had been watching some movies while I was working, and I didn't switch it back. So anyway, not a huge deal, but anyway, so yeah, Spawn 100. I thought what would be really fun is today we'll look at Spawn 100. Tomorrow we'll look at a few single issues of Spawn, and then look at Spawn 200, and then Wednesday Spawn 300 comes out, and we'll do a preview of it. But you know, it's all just to kind of build up to, you know, a pretty important milestone for Todd McFarlane, who, if you've watched any of my other videos about Todd, is definitely the artist that got me into comic books, his art, and Spawn in particular. And yeah, you know, it's fun, and there's a nostalgia sort of like checking it out, and this is a good one. So all right, let's get ready and go. So again, the first thing that we notice when we look at the cover for Spawn 100 compared to the issues we had just seen, which are now 8, 9, 10, and 11. I uploaded a redo. Yeah, there's a lot more detail in this issue, and this comic is ultimately penciled by Capullo and then inked by McFarlane inside. But yeah, and from what someone was saying in the comment section, that they had read that Todd had got glasses sometime during the first 100 issues of Spawn, and he started putting more detail once he got glasses, which is totally possible. So anyway, but let's get into this book and check it out. It is a kick butt issue, that is for sure. So art director Brent Ash, I actually know that guy. That's crazy. I didn't realize he was an art director for Spawn. Yeah, so we've got Ashley Wood variant cover, this Frank Miller cover I had never seen before, honestly. I don't recall ever seeing that. Remember the Mignola, I remember this, and this is a pretty iconic, and I think this is the cover I have of this comic, actually. Yeah, so that's Todd's, dedicated to Wanda, Cyan, Kate, and Jake. Very, very cool. And then we got pencils by the amazing Greg Capullo, inks by Danny, Miki, and Todd McFarlane, and they crush it. Colors by Brian Haberlin, The Man, Dan Kemp, and Haberlin Studios. And letters, let's not forget lettering, Tom Orzechowski, who's great. Plot, Brian Hogan, Todd McFarlane. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Look at that. This book is awesome. There's so much detail. This looks to me like Todd McFarlane inks. It was a little tricky when I first was looking at the book, but Todd is doing a lot of detail, but not as much as Danny was doing on these issues. And Danny's amazing. I'm really bummed that the first version of this video is messed up, because I was very complimentary towards Danny. I had the pleasure of having lunch with him at Comic-Con this year, and we've only met really briefly in person one other time before, but yeah, he's a great guy, and he's so talented, and I was very, very complimentary towards him at Comic-Con. I just told him I think it's important to tell people that do great work that they do great work. Keep it hid. Feel like there's some weird competition or something like that. Screw all that. Someone's doing a good job, you tell them. And Danny's been doing a good job for like 30 years. It's amazing. So anyway, but looks to me like McFarlane inks. And Todd's not bad either. And Capullo is amazing on this issue. I gushed over Capullo, but we'll do it again. But one thing about Greg, this looks like Mickey's inks. Greg is excellent at layouts and the choices of the shots that he makes, the personality of the shots that he makes, and there's not a single bad page in this book. And some of the pages are more pedestrian than others, and he makes those pages great. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. It sucks that I've seen this issue, because when I went through it before, I didn't remember it at all, so it was pretty much like seeing it for the first time. This is great, though. The reproduction on this digital copy is a little pixelated. I would always recommend, if you have the opportunity, to just go out and get the comic book. Go to a local comic book store and dive through the back issue bins, and look, you want these Capullo issues. It's the facts. So either do that or grab a trade of them. The digital files are okay. They get a little pixelated. So nice shot. This is great. Really, really great face here. This is nice. This is nice. And this is a really, really great shot right here. I was very, very impressed by just. I love how Greg draws these guys. It's got like this is Greg doing his own thing, but Mark Silvestri at his best does stuff like this, and it just looks really, really freaking cool. There's no two ways about it. It's like loose. It's suggestive. The form is there. There's enough of the form suggested. They know the notes that they need to hit in here, the little details to sell it is form over form. A light jacket over a person's arm, or you know what I mean, like leather jacket has different texture than denim, etc., etc. But you know, he's got this down. This is a great shot, though. I love the angle of the building, and the colors are fantastic on this issue too. By the way, they're really, really good. I was complimenting that in the other video too. So this is where I started pointing out how good Greg is at laying out pages. And again, this is pretty exciting content on this page, but he's got this nice graphic read where you really are just pulled in and you see these two guys' faces, and they look like they're in trouble. You realize they're in deep. This is a great, really graphic shot, but he's got these strong shapes, strong shapes, graphic. Your eye gets to rest here, but this is a very enjoyable panel to look at. This is fantastic. It's epic. I mean, I love it. I want to know what's over here. What is it? A village, a city, some crazy stuff. You know, there's like this adds mystique to the thing. This is a nice shot. And then he's got his big. So what has he got on this page for all you people that pencil digitally and zoom in too much? Big. Medium, small. You need to start doing that on your pages. It drives me nuts when I see digital pencilers. They draw everything the same size. Their big headshots are the same as their medium shots, or the same size as their small shots. They think they're mixing up the sizes, but they're not. They're getting like zoom in, what would you call it? Like, I was gonna call it's like because you can zoom in so much, you think that stuff is bigger than it is really what it is. And people that have worked traditionally longer, they understand that like this head is gigantic. It is really big. Like on the page, that thing is, you know, probably 8 to 10 inches tall. This is a big headshot. There's just big, strong shapes. But yeah, you get almost like an optical illusion, you know. So this is a great panel. He's really, really good at doing these. This is fantastic. Again, the size relationships even on this are different. I talked about this, I think, in some of my Patreon drawing videos. But if you look at the size of this, from this to here, which is the point of interest on this frame, is this tall. But do you see these are smaller? What ends up happening is people that draw digitally, this will be the same size as this, will be the same size as his head, will be the same size as his car, will be the same size as this, will be the same size as this. And you know, this is a point of interest. This is still larger than that. And let's see, does he put a small? I guess his smalls would be these. But there's nothing huge on this page, but I mean, you know, here you can see it again, and then I'll let this go. But it is something that kind of is annoying that I see with digital pencilers. But anyway, so small, big, medium. You know, they're clearly different size relationships going on here, and it makes it visually exciting. The contrast, and again, you do the same thing with detail. You know, if you're going to have something really hyper detailed, it's a good idea to have something like this to sort of like let the reader mellow out. And he's got some great pages coming up. But this is great. I love, like, he started doing kind of this like little sort of Bisley kind of thing with some of the cape. And you know, Todd was doing this before, but Bisley has his own little Sienkiewicz-y. They probably actually originate a little bit more from Sienkiewicz. But you know, there's families and lines of stuff. This is great though. Nice big tight shot. I think this is a really, really cool choice. You know, you've got this nice kind of, I wouldn't call it establishing shot, but it is. It's we know where we are. Great atmosphere in this panel. It really, like, man, the colors are great. This is a nice shot of Spawn sort of like reacting. You've got this, and then this is great. I love how tight he pulled it on her face, and you've got Spawn looking super intense here. This, and this is really nice. And then this is a fun one. Greg did some really fantastic stuff in Hell in his issues. There's so many good issues in his run, and I have so many favorite drawings in there. This is a great page. This was one of the ones I was going on about in the other video. So the characterization in this top panel is really, really great. If you've ever read a comic book script and you read a page that basically breaks down what he has to draw on this, they're tough to lay out and make exciting. I mean, it's like, even if you're aware that people like Capullo have done great sequences like this, it's still really, really difficult to pick the shots, to have the acting, to do it. This guy is a very interesting looking surgeon. This is neat. This is really good. And then them coming in sort of reacting. There's a cartooniness to it, almost like a Doonesbury feel. But it's really, really good. Her doing the monitor. I mean, this is really, really fantastic. This is great. You know, classic kind of McFarlane-y, super zoomed in, you know, 3D drawing thing. Fun stuff. This is really good too. I love this. This is nice. He picks a real interesting shot, and it's like this and this. They're really, really great little insets. I mean, and he's not even done. Like this, just this right here alone is in a weird way like a pretty nice little, just, this is great. He's got more going on. It's like the you know, the husband coming in and freaking out, or the boyfriend, and then you know, like more tension, them grabbing him and pulling him out, and then this. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people would do a lot less with this, but Greg, you know, does it like it's a page like this, you know, with less exciting material, and he does a great job with it. Look at how nice this is. This is such a great. This could be a 2-page spread that's a sideways one. I don't know. It feels a little like that, but man, just cool monster designs. This looks like, I don't know. I'm getting kind of a Danny Miki vibe from this. It's a little tighter than Todd. Yeah, this is probably Miki. Miki really did a good McFarlane. It's a little more detailed, but and a little tighter, but this is good. Really, really cool. All these are great designs. This guy is really neat. This is awesome. Fun panel border sort of exteriors. This is really cool and creepy, and just great chunks of form, and then the shadow, and this is neat, and this is really cool. We got the Bigfoot thing going on with the Spawn, and then these guys. It's really, really cool. Like cockroach kind of body with this plated armor. It's really, really good. This is excellent. Who's that? Howard Stern? It's funny. I don't remember this page from the first time I looked through the book. Colors are great right here. Man, it's really cool. This is awesome. So Spawn's logos look like they had changed a little bit. Maybe when he's in different planes of existence, they sort of morph. I can't remember. This is nice. It's crazy. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is really cool. Very, very stylish, man. It's a chunky Spawn. The cape looks great. This is awesome. This is really, really cool. Yeah, very, very nice. This is really, really cool too. Look at that upshot. Yeah, this is really, really cool. This is great. It's just, man, he's got this panel like in perspective. It's it's so cool. And then these are like flipping around at like different angles. It's really, really neat. Really cool. It's a great gesture with is this Malboja? Yeah. I was thinking Violator or Malboja. This is Malboja. I know it says it right there, but a lot of times I'm focused on certain things when I'm talking and I don't look around. But yeah, it's a great shot, like a choice with the jaw up and Spawn, you know, interacting with it, and these little silhouettes. I'm saying that some of this stuff, again, it reminds me a tiny bit of Mark Silvestri. It's more coincidental, but it's neat. It's a real cool style. It's like broken lines and suggestion, and it creates a lot of, it's a really, really fun to look at, and it seems to always be a cool style. This is great. I was saying this looks like the Grinch. If you look and just imagine not the hair, it totally looks like the Grinch right there. And then I was saying that they should do a Grinch Spawn crossover with Greg and Todd drawing it. That would be awesome. Even the finger looks like the Grinch finger. He must have been channeling that. There's no way. This is too much of a coincidence because that totally looks like the Grinch, and then this totally looks like his fingers. Like, I don't know, like, was the Jim Carrey movie out at that point? I mean, I know there's an animated one, the Chuck Jones, but yeah, that's funny. This is really, really cool. This looks like Miki inks. Very, very nice. Oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, Spawn 100 was a really, really good comic. I'm very, very curious to see 200. And here's another one of those great, like, you know, a lesser artist would not make something as sort of it's tricky, you know. This is really, really nice. If you've ever been in the emergency room in the middle of the night, it sucks, or maternity, whatever. But that is really, really cool. Great shot. Lots of attention to detail. Oh, and she's flatlining. That ain't good. Yeah, this is nice. This was interesting. I remember pointing this out in the other video. So look how loose this is. A lot of this is not even connected lines. If you saw this in black and white, this would actually be very, very, like, loosey-goosey. There's just, it probably reads, but it's interesting. But there's, like, you know, that's some really, really suggestive. This is McFarlane inks. You know, and yeah, it's pretty wild though, but yeah, a lot of that is not connected, and it's really interesting. Even stuff up here, it's a very, very raw line. Look at the hair here. It's so, like, thin and just kind of like just like that. This is a great panel. Just the drawings alone are just so kick-ass. Bam! Capullo flexing his three-dimensionality eye. He's so good at it. That's a really, really cool shot underneath that Malboja. So crazy. Guy is so clever, so creative. This is really, really good too. And again, real nice colors. This is cool. From underneath. Oh. That's awesome. This is great. Yep, man, color's nice. It's funny because these are full bleed. It's interesting seeing so much of the gutters. Sometimes stuff like this you won't see as much of the. Looks like it would have printed in this, but if you ever see like color files, it's kind of funny how like stuff ends outside of the thing. This is a really fantastic page. Got this great shot, like kind of like inside the chamber or whatever it is, and all these creatures like looking in, and you're kind of peering from behind them, and it's like everything is lit from the front, so you've got these great shadows behind everything. It's just a really moody, like, establishing shot. This is great with her walking up. I mean, she just looks heroic, badass. I mean, it's like she's on it. You got that Malboja gutted down here. And this is really cool. This is awesome. When it gets up, it grabs the thing, pulls it out over, I guess it's whatever, and then starts to come after him. Oh, it's really cool. This is awesome. And then boom. Again, just huge, huge shapes. I mean, he's just not afraid to draw big things. That's just, man, it's so intense. Really, really cool. All this is just awesome. He makes it fun. This is a great page too. I went over this one pretty in detail in the other one. So you've got this big shot of Malboja like in the background, and I think that's really neat. It's different though. It's not often that you'll see this many panels go over something like this. You've got this really nice shot of Spawn and Angela sort of like you know, talking. The tight shot of the mouth with the blood coming out. This, and then this tight shot of the hand, grabbing the sword out of the hilt. This is really, really cool, leaping, and then just, you know, it's just an exciting page. You can see the feet, leg kind of coming in. It's just really, really nice. And then Decapitation. This looks like it's Todd's inks. Miki would have gone more crazy down here. Look in here. This is a great page too. I really like this a lot. This is real nice. Great colors. These are really cool looking, like little creatures that are just sort of Greeked in enough that you can sort of see forms and little shadows. This is awesome. The way that the chains are sort of fluttering around is really, really cool. This is cool. His head's all chopped up. That's a great, great shot too. Bam. Really nice layout. It's a lot of panels too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not that many. It felt like more. There was like a lot of drawings in that. Yeah, it's interesting. These pages all feel like they have this many panels. Not all of them, but a lot of them do, but some don't. But this is a great layout too, man. Look how clever this guy is. Zoom, zoom, zoom. The design of the blacks through it, really, really cool. This is nice. It brings you right back around over here. This leads you through here. This, just masterfully done. It's really great. These little sort of lava-y potholes are really, really neat. Yep. Capullo is the man. This is awesome. Oh, that was what I was saying too in this book, is I hope that Todd does at some point do some vault editions of Capullo stuff. It would really, really be cool, and I would love to pick up 2 or 3 of those. It's just cool work. It's great character, cool art. It would really look good in black and white and full size. So Todd, if you ever see this, please continue with your vault editions, but do a run of Greg's. Oh, do a few. Por favor. That's nice. That's really, really cool. This is great. So good, man. Woo, woo, woo. Look at that. Oh, yeah, this is another great page. Just the mood right here. Nice tight shot of the hand. And his choice of doing this right here is so good. And the way that he drew it is great. I'm sure, like, in the script, it was like, you know, close-up of the tear running down the eye. But I'm telling you, man, Capullo brings it. This right here is money. This is awesome. This is great. And this is great. And again, do you see that? Big. Big, big, big. You could consider that medium, or even this medium, because again, it's the focal point. It's not necessarily the whole thing, but like the focal point of this is really like this whole area. And these are smaller, you know what I mean? This is like a 1-inch read. This is 2. This is big, and then this is real big. But yeah, that variety really makes it nice. Oh yeah, this is an awesome page too. The graveyard scene. It's a classic comic trope. There's always someone in a graveyard with the tombstones and their back, and you know, shadows on the tombstones. This is really, really cool. I love what's coming up down here. This is awesome, with him like fading away. And again, it's got a little tiny bit of like a little Silvestri vibe on it, and that is really, really cool. Excellent, excellent piece. Love the clumps of bats spreading out, and you know, it's really, really cool. This is great. Looks like they had a lot of fun doing this. And then this was a nice little thing. I'll read this, and then we're going to wrap it up. So here we are, folks, at issue 100 of the first character I ever brought to life for Image Comics. The accomplishment of reaching this issue is something I'm very proud of, and you should be. But now you're at 300, Mr. McFarlane. In 1991, when I decided to leave the safety of Marvel Comics and start Image with 6 other artists, many people didn't think we would be able to even get the company off the ground, much less sustain it. There's quite a bit more that he reflects on in here. I can kind of go slow so you could read it at your own leisure if you'd like. Again, I would just recommend picking up this issue. Why not? It's a good one. Really good. Look, Chance Wolfe, Kevin Conrad, Jonathan Glapian. Lots of folks involved along the way. Danny Miki, Ashley Wood, all these talented artists. This is only the first 100. Imagine the list now. So anyway, all right, have a great day. Again, I apologize for the little hiccup on the videos this morning. I'll try to. It's weird. It's very rare that I don't check a video, but I had a lot to do today, and I immediately hopped into other work, and I uploaded it without looking at it. And then I was like, oh, you know, I'll check it out. And I was like, uh-oh. So, all right, have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow with a few more Spawn issues, and then we'll do 200. So there'll be 2 videos tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I don't think my Spawn 300 issues will be here. I ordered them online. So they'll be delivered probably in the next few days, but we'll look at a little preview of the digital version, and yeah, I ordered 2, and I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. So, all right, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, and check in the description box for links to Todd. Bye.